Hello everyone, my name is Rochelle Innocent and I'm the founder and CEO of Project Purpose. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Our community is focused on fostering the intellectual and character development in children. We do this through our parent-child workshops that focus on 4 themes: autonomy, self-efficacy, compassion, and self-concept, in order to cultivate grit, perseverance, and resilience in each child. At Project Purpose, our overarching mandate is to renew and rebuild family, communities, and relationships. Our YouTube platform provides us with a space where we can have discussions on all topics that relate to families, communities, and relationships with ourselves as well as with others, with a primary focus on mental health and education. More precisely, the ways that the institutions of mental health and education play a role and have played a role in our societies at large. These discussions and debates provide us with an opportunity to think critically about what needs to change within these structures in order for us to live up to our bold slogan: support, protect, and empower each child through youth-focused development, better known as leadership in juvenescence. We recognize that in valuing our children's leadership potential, that also translates as recreating and co-creating environments both socially and politically in order for our children to thrive. For those of you who are particularly keen or just want to learn a little bit more about our philosophy and some of the views that we have, we write thought pieces every other Sunday. There is one scheduled to post next Sunday on all topics that relate to family, community, and relationships, but from a different angle. So definitely be sure to check out our webpage once you're finished watching this video. Now, as is the YouTube convention, please do subscribe, hit that post notification bell so that you're aware of every time we post. And of course, if you like our conversations and you want to keep them going, like, comment, and share this video. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. So this week we're covering mental wellness, and I wanted to talk about body positivity, as you can see in the description, because the seasons are changing. We're entering spring. That involves some scrutiny in terms of our physical appearance, and I wanted to address some of the ways that that could translate, and hopefully by the time we're done, we can have happy and healthy conversations with ourselves as it relates to our body image when it comes to the springtime, the summertime, and showing off a little bit more skin. So for those of you who are new, definitely be sure to subscribe to the channel. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And the ambience has changed just a little bit, and I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep iterating and making different changes. I'm also going through a few transitions on my own, so definitely bear with me. And I am always open to feedback. So if there is something with the audio, let me know. If there's something with the lighting, let me know. I'm still learning as I go, and definitely it's been a work in progress. So I wanted to talk about body positivity and just the fact that having an objective beauty standard has forced everyone to be in a constant state of scrutiny as it relates to their physical image. And this is something I wanted to talk about because no one is safe. And I think sometimes we feel that our circumstance or our situation or who we see when we look in the mirror is subject to more criticism and more scrutiny than others. And I think that we need to just find a space in the conversations around body positivity where we can accept the fact that someone who might be on an opposite part of that spectrum is still battling with self-image issues because they're not where they ought to be by whatever standards that they're holding themselves to by way of body positivity. And it's important that we address this because some might say, I'm physically fit, I'm fairly small, and that therefore translates as my not having any body image issues. And I have to say it's been a journey. As I mentioned in a few videos, I'm Caribbean, I'm of a Caribbean descent, and the ideal body standard for a Caribbean is definitely not me, right? I'm very small, I'm not curvaceous by anyone's definition, and I grew, and I was a late bloomer. So as a child, I definitely took a while to develop, and it created concern. Like, I didn't have didn't have the features that appealed to men based on the beauty standard at that time. And it created a lot of insecurity in me. And I remember I would eat for the purpose of gaining weight, not for the purpose of enjoying the food, but because of my metabolism, it was a true struggle to do so. And it's not a struggle that people care to hear about, because a lot of people are on the opposite side of that spectrum, and their struggle is with losing weight. So no one really wants to hear about the person who's struggling gaining weight. But I did have to deal with a lot of criticism, and then I didn't really have a whole lot of sympathy for the fact that I was struggling to gain weight, and I was very slight growing up. I was very small. And the few dates that I did have, a lot of the time it involved conversations around me putting on some weight and me having, the right proportions, but needing to put on some weight. And this definitely altered my image. And it took me a long time to just accept the fact that, there are certain features that I don't have that I'm okay with not having. And if it's a feature that someone else wants, then maybe they should find it elsewhere, rather than create insecurity in me based on the criticisms that, they felt inclined to broadcast. So I wanted to talk about that because I think we're open and we're having way more conversations around body positivity, but I think that it would be a mistake to assume that someone who is opposite from you by way of their journey on body positivity is experiencing less issues as a result of it. I think even if you meet the beauty standard, there's pressure to maintain that degree of proximity to that beauty standard, which can create a lot of health issues. If you're far away from it, it creates a lot of health issues. It creates a lot of insecurity. And I think that rather than constantly have conversations around beauty and around accepting oneself as they are, we need to maybe focus our attention on kiboshing the fact that there is a beauty standard and kiboshing this idea of standardizing beauty. I think the root issue is really this concept of standard beauty. And there is no standard beauty. I mean, all of us look different. Even if we have similar features, we wear them differently, we carry them differently. And that's something that I think we need to start celebrating way more. And we need to stop trying to conform to a very small standard that drowns out the history, the story, and the beauty and all of the features that we have. And our features carry a story. They're not just these physical traits. There's a history behind them. And I think we fail to see the beauty in the difference that each of us brings to the table physically, as well as, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all that. We can't diminish the beauty in the difference in our physical appearance just because of this standard that is a concept, it's a construct, it's not real. And I think it's an important conversation to address when the season gets warm, because that's when a lot of us are looking in the mirror and scrutinizing and criticizing the person looking back at us. And I encourage you and challenge you that when you look at the mirror this time, even if there are aspects of you that you want to adjust, or you way of fitness or lifestyle, you do it from a place of self-love and self-acceptance. You do it from a place of wanting to be healthier, wanting to have more mobility, wanting to have an increased range of motion, rather than doing it from a place of feeling inadequate or feeling as though you can't be beautiful or you can't be desirable in the skin that you're in. The message of today is to love the skin you're in. Only you wear it the way you do. So you need to wear it with pride. You need to recognize that who you are and how you look, only you can be those things at the same time. And this applies to twins, because even twins' personality makes you wear those traits differently. And I think we need to start to be more vocal about celebrating all the ways that we are different and not trying to all look and be the same. I mean, that is boring. We together, all of us, we create such a beautiful tapestry of difference. And I think that that's something that we need to protect, and we can't drown out the beauty that each of us carries, the history that each of us and our features represent, by trying to conform to a standard that is someone's definition of beauty, someone who none of us have met, most likely. So that was this video. I mean, I still am gonna leave you with a workout, but we're gonna do it nice and chill this week. We're gonna do a couch workout. And I just wanna introduce a few stretches to you. And this is important because, as I mentioned in a few videos, the hips are the seat of the soul. All of the negative energy we retain in our hips, tension we retain in our hips, and emotional as well as on a mental level, not to mention physical, when we kind of leave these areas unaddressed. So these are my favorite parts of my mental wellness videos, but definitely necessary. So for those of you who aren't really inclined or don't feel motivated to bring out a mat, today we're gonna do some couch workouts, and I hope that you enjoy them. So the first one we're gonna do is we're just gonna open up our hips. We're gonna warm out the hips. So I want you to lean back on your couch and put your feet out like this, and then we're just going to circle one of the hips. We're gonna do it outwardly and then inwardly, and we're gonna do it 10 times on each side. So let's get started. So we're gonna do it out, and the foot doesn't touch the ground. You're just gonna circle that hip. Beautiful. Then now the other way. Beautiful. You're gonna start feeling some heat in that leg as well. So we're gonna do the other side. I think I might push the pillow just a little bit. Let's do the other side now, out first. Beautiful. And then we do the other side, other way. Ooh, nice crack. Perfect. What we're gonna do, one foot at a time, you're gonna grab that big toe with your 2 fingers, and you're just gonna kick it up and stretch that hamstring and bring it up as high as you can take it. We're gonna count 5 breaths. Arch that foot as much as you can. Great, great stretch. I'm gonna do the other side now. Up as high as you can go. Perfect. And then let's try both of them. No, we're not gonna try both of them. So then we're gonna bring our feet close together. We're gonna do a butterfly pose. Try to bring those feet as close to the center of your body as you can. And you grab your big toes and you bend forward. Awesome. Come back up. Great. Windshield wipe the feet. 2, 3. Then I want to stack the knees. We're actually going to start with the right leg. You want to have that, make sure that that calf is sort of parallel to the core of your body. And you're gonna stack the other foot on top. Now, if this is, you wanna make sure that knee goes right down to the foot. And then what you wanna do is lean over again, and you're gonna feel an opening in your glute. So we're gonna lean forward. Feel that opening. And do 5 breaths. Last breath. Awesome. Work way up. Whew, feels good. All right, and then now we're gonna switch sides. So left foot down. You wanna make sure it's parallel to your body. And your right foot over. And work your body down. Last breath. And on your exhale, you're gonna lift up. All right, so that was short and sweet, but those are some of the stretches that I wanted to show you for this week for the couch stretch segment. And that was all, and that was the bit that I wanted to say regarding body positivity, because it's becoming very beautiful outside, and I know that a lot of us, when the sun comes out, as excited as we are for the warm weather, it definitely means sometimes showing more skin, and I want to make sure that we all love the skin we're in. So thank you so much for tuning in. I really love chatting with you guys. Definitely be sure to leave a comment, like, share this video, and obviously if you're still here and you enjoy the content, subscribe, join the community. Until next time.
I just feel like no one's listening.